Holding on to the hand of self-destruction. And I'm back to a place that I left a long time ago.
Hey everyone! I have been on the road all day and I am now at my campsite in North Florida. Yep, tomorrow I start heading west. I'm excited, but I'm exhausted. I hit a storm coming through the Tampa area. It took forever to get this far north. Then in Gainesville, I hit a bunch of traffic. And then when I went to get off the exit to come here, I took the exit. Well, actually what I did was I got off the exit, got gas, got turned around, and ended up back on 75. Don't ask me how, but I did. Came back, and now I'm at camp. So I am at Stephen Foster Folk Cultural Center. So I'm going to show you my campsite. I'm just here for the night, and like I said, I'm heading west tomorrow. So everything's kind of closed here. They have a lot of different things to see normally, but ever since the beginning of COVID, they closed a lot of things down, and they just have not reopened it. A lot of the things they're saying are under restoration. So yeah, I'm going to eat, and then I'll show you guys around. I'm having a black bean gazpacho salad, which I made before I left the house. It is so good. The campground here seems to be really well maintained. When I got here, somebody had raked out this entire site, and it's a big site. Here's what it looks like in the back. It's nice and wooded. You can really hear all the birds. The cone, I guess, is to keep you from going too far back. I'm plugged in. It has 30 amp electric hookup and water. Nice picnic table and fire pit and standing grill. It's a long site. I forget how long this is. Super shady. I am at site number 7. Just beautiful. Well, I'm leaving here. I slept pretty good. I tossed and turned a little bit, just thinking about what lies ahead. This is a nice park. It's a shame that everything's still closed. When everything reopens, I'll come back. They have a Carillon Tower. It was really pretty. I didn't get to go inside that. They have a museum and a gift shop. What would have been open, it was closed because I got here so late too. So I really didn't get to do much here, but it was mainly a stopover just before I get on Highway 10 and head west. Well, I'm at a rest area off of I-10, and I must say I-10 is not a bad drive. I expected the roads to be really rough, and they're not. I don't know if they've repaved them recently, but I thought with all the storms that have affected this area that they would be in really bad shape, and no, it's been nice so far. So I still haven't gotten through Tallahassee, so I still have a long ways to go. That may change. But yeah, I'm gonna get a bite to eat and get back on the road. I made it to camp, guys. It is so windy, and on the highway it got really windy and I was just gripping the steering wheel. I hate it when it's windy and I'm driving this van. It's definitely better since we put the sumo springs on here, but it's still a workout. Anyway, I really like the campsite with a couple exceptions. It's definitely not the best campsite in the place, but it's not the worst either. I'm essentially on a dune, so let me show you around. A really nice picnic table, place to hang a hammock from, fire pit, oh, and somebody's bag flying around here. It is windy. Yeah, it's actually quite nice and semi-private. So as you can see, I had to park at the front of the site. So really it's a short site because then it starts sloping up pretty heavily. And I think that must be why they have the electric and water at the front of the site. So even if I had backed up more, then my electric cord wouldn't even reach. So, but yeah, it has 30 and 50 amp hookup. So I'm happy to be here after a long drive, and I'm going to relax for a bit. I should be here a couple days, so I'm going to get to enjoy it. Well, good morning, guys. So the park I'm at is Big Lagoon State Park near Pensacola, Florida. Very close to getting out of Florida. But gosh, it's a beautiful park. I was a little disappointed in finding out that much of the estuary trail, pretty much all of it, is closed still due to hurricane damage. The Sand Pine Trail is open, and I'm doing that little hike today, and it's just beautiful. Let me show you. It's a 3.5 mile loop that you can access from the campground. And it's got this very soft sugar sand. And a lot of unique plant communities to the Florida coastal scrub. This is the section here that is closed off, and it's closest to the Big Lagoon. I walked over here late yesterday afternoon just to kind of see where the trailhead was and discovered that. I knew that some of the boardwalk was closed from the website. I just didn't realize so much of it was closed. One thing to note is that staying here will grant you free access to go and explore Perdido Key State Park and Tarquin Bayou State Park, which is nearby. So there's plenty to do. Walking through the sugar sand can be a little bit of a workout, but that's good. I need it to prepare for the hikes to come. Look at this tree. I just love the shape of it. It has an oriental kind of shape. Well, I definitely recommend that you do this trail in the mornings or in the evenings because you won't get any shade otherwise. In the mornings and the afternoons you get the longer shadows, and that's the only way you're going to get shade. But there's lots of benches to rest along the way, and just remember that the sugar sand makes it a little tougher, but it is beautiful out here. I'm really enjoying it. I love the coastal scrub habitat. So this trail takes you back by the ranger station where you cross the road, and then you re-enter the trail across the way. Way off in the distance you can see the boardwalk that is closed right now. It's just so peaceful out here. I have really enjoyed this trail. It's about a 3.5 mile loop. Very sunny, very sandy, very peaceful, and a nice hike. I recommend it. There is a trailhead up by the ranger station if you wanted to come and do this hike just for the day. And gosh, hopefully by the time you come, the other trails will be open as well, because if this is any indication, those have to be pretty awesome. So I'm going to make a little drink that I think's really good. It's kind of a strange combination. It's strawberries, cucumber, a little bit of cane sugar, lime, and a little bit of mint. I don't really have the proper equipment to do this, but I'm using a spoon and it'll work. The strawberry and cucumber and sugar together. Then add your lime and your water. Strain it. Put a little sprig of mint in there, and it's some ice, and it's delicious. It's good. I got a shower, I got a snack, and I have my towel drying on the dashboard right now, which works pretty well. The Lucy lamp is also charging up there. I leave here in the morning and I am headed into Mississippi. Oh, I'll be out of Florida and I'm heading west at that point. Once I get to Mississippi, I'm getting on 20 and making my way west. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I hope you'll do so. Also, I'm on Patreon. You can go over to Patreon. I'll put a link in the description and support me there if you want. And I will see you next video. Bye.
People leave, do they ever think about you?